Welcome to what looks to be the final, at least for today, video of my madness here. So this is Sorceress Teela. Let's zoom see the whole thing. And there she is. There she blows. She does have the Masterverse top. It shows a picture of her there. This is what she is deciding to look like after the conclusion of Masters of the Universe Revelation, which is a show that I actually loved enough that I've watched it like 5 or 6 times. And anyone who doesn't like it is probably says the word woke unironically. So it is actually a great show, and it did everything that they said it was going to. Kevin Smith did some weird stuff in there, but the show delivered. It was supposed to be Teela's story. Teela in the original series, if you've ever watched it, which I doubt the people who are mad ever did, she was supposed to become the new sorceress. She was the sorceress's daughter, and this all kind of culminates that. It was weird that they cut it right at a point where it seemed like this show wasn't He-Man at all, but then He-Man showed up and he did He-Man things. It is also a story that I mentioned in the previous Skeletech video. I kind of thought they were going to do in between showing us what the Masters Universe cartoon to the New Adventures, like a bridge the gap between those two. But yeah, it's we've hit that point where who knows what they're doing now, because that portion ended up perfectly. I was on the Unfunny Nerd Tangent podcast with my friend Greg, and he I went over like 10 bullet points and hit 9 of them on what I thought was going to happen. Down to Orko the White coming back. So that happened, surprisingly. Anyway, so if you're looking here, we've got Sorceress Teela. This is what she chooses to be. She chooses not to be a burdened person. She chooses to be a free sorceress, that's kind of girl power stuff. So I can get people being a little angry about that, but who cares? Like, the whole point of old Teela was to run around and show her butt. So I much preferred the 2000X version, where she was a little more headstrong. I went on there. That's the kind of ladies I go for. So yeah, here we go. It's all here. Let's wrap this guy up. Let's open this up. Yeah. And mind you, I will say this. I'm all for being happy for people, finding their path in life. I think I'm finally starting to find mine. It's taken 42 years, but here I am figuring it out. Just like Skeletech has this piece, which probably has some hidden gems in here that they won't tell you about, that you'll throw away and then get mad because you threw them away. Hey, there's my little baggie. So be prepared for whatever's in that box to be worth a lot more money in the future, as children throw these out because they don't look for things like that. She does come with a standard sorceressy looking thing here. Staff. Let's call it a staff. One hand again. So they couldn't find a place to put that hand right here. They had to hide it. I don't like that. That is dumb. That is going to lead to the same thing that happened to Transformers a couple years back, where all of their guns were missing because the kids threw them out. I actually almost threw out a fossilizer tail and ended up going and having to dig through my garbage. And I found it. I found that tail. That's a bad idea, Mattel. Bad idea. All right, so Sorceress Teela. This is a very gummy tape, cape thing, whatever you want to call this. But she looks pretty good. We have our basic up here articulation. Head is a little bit hindered with that. This head dress does look cool. She's less bird themed and more sorceress themed, if that makes any sense to anyone here. One thing I don't like about these capes is that they're single-sided, so you can't try to put a... Really? They taped this, and this is like the thinnest fabric. All right. It is, you can't like put a wire in here and make it do stuff. So that is a little annoying, but whatever. Full articulation here. She's got some, I think she needs to shave her pits there. It's just her sleeve going over. Twists and turns. These are attached, which is good. Not a lot of articulation, but she does have double jointed there and the wrist. It's enough articulation. I'm just going to put it that way. And then under this, she does have some twists and turns. But this feels like it's a solid slug underneath. So you can only do the bend to that. That does hinder some stuff. She does a thigh cut and double jointed, double knees here, pinless, as we are starting to find out are pretty much what we're going to get. And then she's got her rocker swivel, boot cut, the whole shebang. Let's make sure that this is all good. Then she should stand up pretty well. So she has two extra sets of hands, or an extra set of hands. She's got an open hand here for holding something, and then this one for holding something else. Both things, I'm going to assume this is supposed to be like magic. She did not come with any effect parts. So you get this little bird staff, which is pretty much the same as a sorceress. I don't have a sorceress around. I did have a Teela, but what did I do with that Teela? There she is. Just to show you what the previous version of her looks like, to get an idea and be like, because if you just looked at this as a normal person, you're gonna be like, that looks like Teela. So this is her old school version from the Masterverse show, which I actually really like this figure. Now, I guess they're replacing Sarah Michelle Gellar with someone else for this, which is fine. She wasn't really the biggest reason that I watched the show, so whatever. But yeah, that's the Teela's. I think I have one other Teela as well. I have the one where she's got like the shaved head. That one's okay too. I don't really care either way. Some people get really annoyed by that one, but it's fine. It's girls with hair. They change that all the time. Like, I'm gonna get surprised about some girl changing her hair. It's like if it's like if people got as angry about the He-Man that had a beard. Shut up. I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you call me a woke libtard idiot. You're wrong, but I don't care. They're toys. That's why at every time I talk about one of these figures, I say, I'm Alpha Magnus. These are toys. Just because there's someone out there who doesn't understand that I'm a human being, adult, that has an action figure collection. And we should stop taking it this serious. I hope you enjoyed this review. Please like, subscribe, comment. Until next time, hey, I'm Alpha Magnus. These are toys.